Down around San Antonio, there was a small-time hood mobster, whatever you want to call him. His name was Jimmy Chagra, and he had hired Charles Harrelson to kill a federal judge from that area. His name was John Wood, and his nickname was Maximum John because he gave out sentences for drug dealers and what have you at that time. He was the toughest judge in that region, and Chagra had him killed by Charles Harrelson, which just happens to be Woody Harrelson's
Wasn't
dad.
he also implicated in something with the Kennedy assassination at the time?
Yeah, you're
He's
right.
not a young guy. He's pretty old chap, isn't he?
He was, and he was actually one of the hobos that they said that came off the train. The other two or three, I think there was four of them, was E. Howard Hunt, and one of them they thought was G. Gordon Liddy and James Earl
It
Ray.
was actually pretty crazy because these guys came off the train and they did not look like hobos or any type
Yeah,
of
they came off the train and they were dressed up.
person that
So
you would
that's
see
what
now.
really kind of threw up a
They
red
had
flag to
suits
everyone.
and they had glasses and necklaces and what have you on them.
Yeah, and Charles Harrelson died here a few years ago, and I think I heard Woody Harrelson interviewed here not long ago, and he talks about it a little bit. I don't think he actually is very proud of it, obviously, but he will talk about it, and I think he's actually been an advocate to try to, before his father died, he tried to get him acquitted, or tried to help him out, in his get a retrial maybe or something. But at that time, John Woods was a big-time judge in Texas, and
He was a federal judge on top of that.
yes, he was. He was. That was the first killing. Wasn't him? Am I right or wrong on that? First killing of a federal judge since like in the 1800s or something like that.
And what
the
had
United
happened
States.
was Harrelson was actually a what you would call a quote unquote hitman for the mob at the time, and this guy Jimmy Chagra had hired him to kill this judge, and he actually was waiting in the outside when he came out to go to work one morning, and actually shot him. I think he shot him or he stabbed him, put him in the back of a car, and that's where they found him. It was a very gruesome scene, but actually nowadays, who can say that their occupation is a hitman? It's absurd.
Yeah, and it has its own little. And I lived in Texas at the time, and at the same time they had the T. Cullen Davis situation going on in Dallas, but bizarre twist to it. It's something like he would, and I'm really quite surprised that someone hasn't picked this story up and made a movie out of it. Someone like Tarantino or one of these guys like Oliver Stone or someone like that, because wasn't Oliver Stone involved with Woody Harrelson in the Natural Born Killers or something like that?
Yes,
Wasn't
that
was
was
Oliver
Oliver
Stone?
Stone.
I think it was, but I would have thought that he would have picked that up and ran with it, because Charles Harrelson such this larger than life figure, and of course everyone knows Woody Harrelson from all of his movies and Cheers and back in the day, but. That's I just find stuff like it very intriguing. And
You
it
know
really
what's
interests me.
strange is I actually think Woody picks up off of that on some of his acting himself, because I think he maybe channels some of his dad. He's such a good actor, and he plays a killer great. So I guess it kind of runs in the family. I don't know, and that's nothing bad against Woody. It's just that it's how it is, and you get it from where you get it.
Yeah, he really plays a crazy guy. Great. Yeah, he does the Natural Born Killers. He was good with Juliette Lewis, which I also like. I think little Juliette now. I think she's sexy as hell. That's some of the stuff we wanted to touch on today, and I don't know how many people out there knew that Woody Harrelson's dad was a hitman.